So, do you know over 90% of total employees suffer from this bad thing called bullying by the top managers from their bosses, workload pressure, and a bad working experience in the organization. This is not a new thing in this world. This is done by the rich and the capitalist people from a very old time. So let's back to the history and know how this all started. So hello guys, welcome you all in the latest podcast of Let's Think Differently, where we talk things from another perspective. In this podcast, we are going to discuss that the bad and the toxic working environment in the companies and startups. So let's begin. So it's all started from the back times when people started appointing peoples for working for themselves. Basically, this was done by the richer people of the society for the ease and the betterment of themselves, and they really exploit their workers from that time. Yeah, you can think that from that time, the poor people basically are s- exploited from these richer people of the society. So the rich people, they always used to exploit them. They always used to bully, abuse them for not doing the task properly. And this thing has started from that time, and till today it has not have been stopped, and it is going continuously as it was earlier. But the thing was changed. That now these people don't work for the specific person, they work for a organization, and their bosses used to exploit them because their boss used to exploit them, and so on it goes to the top managers. So let's think that why this thing happens. Basically, this thing happens because of the high pressure from the top levels used to pressurize their work from their to their subordinates so that they could meet the requirements of the organization and the requirements of the top managers. And to do that, they used to exploit their employees. You, let's take the latest example of today. You heard of the Tesla and the Apple, their the interview of their ex-employees, that how much bad the working experience of these organizations are. It is not about that the working conditions, it is about the behavior of other people's. And this is all fact. You can, if you want, you can read it through the various sources available on the internet. In their most of the interviews, the employees said that there was a high pressure on them to complete the task or complete the feature till the deadline. Like you heard one of the interview of Elon Musk, when he bullied or said any wrong word to his employee in mid of the party in front of family. This is really not a good thing, and this was not to be done. Right now, if you think by your own, you also have faced such kind of thing in the current world, in the current society, that how people used to exploit each and every of their servants or their employees or anybody of them. So this is really a point of matter, that how this can be improved, or what is the better way to get rid of this thing. This takes me to an example whereby you can think that how this can be done. If the pressure of the top manager can be deducted, let's say employee, the top manager has a lot of work which is 100. For current scenario where he's used to exploit people, if he has a work amount which is 100, and the and his goal is to complete the 100 tasks. So what he do? He surpasses all his 100 works to his subordinates, and subordinates divide the 100 works into their subordinates. Basically, from dividing, each one of them get a one task. Okay, and let's say there was a deadline, and the top manager is getting pressures from the shareholders, and due to that, he's exploiting his subordinates, and his subordinates is exploiting their subordinates. So this is a complete loop and a kind of a chain which goes on till the ground level, where people used to exploit and people get exploited. It can be improved by making by basically reducing the working pressure of the top managers, through which this chain basically can be broken. Don't quote me, I'm not a specialist. I have read these articles on the internet, and I really want to share this knowledge with you so that you can do the work properly. Yesterday, I heard a call recording and read a report of an big edtech startup employee, that how he's used to exploited by his manager for not completing his sales. And I have heard a lot of these call recordings and a lot of these articles on the internet where the employees tell their story that just for the sale, and that is the motive of the organization. The basic thing why it is happens is the pressure, the completion of the organization goal, requirements of the shareholders, sometimes motive of the shareholders and the directors, and lots of competition too. Sometimes due to the competition, things get worse. Yeah, it is a long thing and a long branch topic which has lots of subordinates and reason that needs to be identified and needs to be taken. I'll meet you in the next episode of this podcast where I'll discuss more case studies and more live examples of the employees who have been exploited in these organizations, and maybe in the third part or maybe in the upcoming parts I'll definitely gonna solve the problem and try to gonna solve the problem and gonna try to get some big points so that any kind of problems can be solved of these employees. So yeah, that's it from by me for today. I'll meet you tomorrow with another episode. So thank you for hearing me. Bye bye.